What's up, everybody? Welcome to AdoramaXP. I'm Josh Saleh. We got invited to the closed alpha for Multiversus, the new Warner Brothers Super Smash Bros.-esque type fighting game where you can play as Batman, Wonder Woman, Bugs Bunny, and more. Well, we're going to talk about what we thought of the gameplay, all of the reactions that we had while playing. We got to stream it on Twitch. Click on the link in the bio because we're constantly streaming games, music, and more, especially photography, on our Twitch channel. Go ahead and click on that link and join us. We'd love to have you. But let's go ahead and dive into Multiversus and what our thoughts are, because it comes out in July 2022 very soon. It was a fun game. I had a lot of fun with it. It is a free-to-play game, which I think is going to be its best aspect of this. I think if this game cost money, then less people would play it. Obviously, that's, you can't argue that. But when free-to-play games, there's also that thought of, well, is it going to be good because it's free to play? There's a lot of games where free-to-play games have a huge player base in the first couple weeks, and then over time they just kind of dwindle and diminish when new games come out or people go to the games they've been playing for a while. The hardest thing about this game is it's a Smash Bros. Competitor. A lot of people are not going to want to compare it to Smash, and a lot of people are going to want to compare it to Smash, and that's where I personally will compare it, because how could you not? You have very much resembles Super Smash, just with Warner Brothers characters. Now, there's a lot of key differences from this game than Super Smash Bros., which we're going to talk about. One of the biggest ones are the attacks. There are cooldowns to your specials. So each character has their specials. For example, Wonder Woman can do the lasso, can also put an armor block on her. Batman can throw his batarang and do his smoke screen. Harley Quinn can throw these like plushy Batmans and put those balloon things down. So every character has their own special, and there is a cooldown associated with them. I personally didn't like the cooldown. I would rather have basic attacks without a cooldown, because that would be more, I guess, interesting to me and more fun, because I can put combos in there. But I understand there has to be a cooldown if you're adding specials, because then you'll just spam them, and that's no fun. There's also another cooldown called Attack Decay. If you start spamming the same button over and over again, your hits will do less damage, and they'll have some slowdown to it, so other characters can dodge past them or attack in between them. And that's where I wish there was not an attack decay, because you don't have that many attacks to choose from. You have your basic attack and your specials. Now, once you kind of use your combo up and your specials have a cooldown to it, there's not much else you can do. So yes, it does challenge you to get more creative, but for the basic fighting game players like myself, I just kind of want to spam some buttons, because that's what I do in Smash, and that's what I do in other games too, in Mortal Kombat. I want to be able to spam as many buttons as I can, and I understand how this is more geared to maybe pro-level fighting game players, and there is some respect to that, but I think the majority of players will kind of get annoyed to that attack decay and those cooldowns. Some things I also found kind of confusing and not most intuitive are some of the buttons and controls. So, for example, when Wonder Woman does her lasso, it's just square on the PlayStation controller. But if you point anywhere where you want the lasso to go, it's a different attack altogether. So you have to be already facing the way you want to face in order to do that lasso. And same with Batman's batarang. It's just a one-button press. If you try and aim it, it's going to be a different attack. So that was very hard for my mind to kind of understand, where I want to aim these batarangs, I want to aim these throwables, I want to aim the lassos, but I cannot, because it will be a different attack if I do left joystick to the right and square, rather than just square. So that's something that was a little bit hard to grapple with, and I still had trouble after playing 4 to 5 hours of this game, if not more. I still had the issue with that. Now, the options of characters are absolutely awesome. I love how they have so many different characters on here. You have such a wide range of people you can choose. You have Shaggy, you have Finn, you have Jake, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Velma, Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, and so many more characters, and each character feels completely different. You really can see the love they put into this, and you got some original voice acting, which is in this. The voice acting is absolutely awesome. The sound is great. When you're playing in the Batman world, you can really hear that Batman music, and it really gets you going.
Yo, it's Wonder Woman.
There wasn't a lot of worlds to choose from or levels to choose from, again, but this was the closed alpha, so I can only imagine they'll add more. So I'm not worried about that. But voice acting and sound, top 10. They knocked that out of the park, and character selection, they knocked it out of the park. You have 15 characters to choose from right off the bat. Obviously, some of those are locked behind a coin, which you could paywall it, or you can just level up, and it didn't take too long to get 3 characters. I think it took me about 6 hours total to unlock 3 characters. Not too bad as long as you're doing the missions and the daily missions. Now on Reddit, there's tons of data mines that have found more characters like Marvin the Martian and LeBron James from Space Jam 2. So it does look like they're putting a ton more characters in. One of my favorite characters to just watch and to try and go good at, I was bad at, was Tasmanian Devil, because he's turning his opponent into a chicken. He's throwing spices on them. He's trying to have them become a cooked chicken. Now, Tasmanian Devil was very hard to learn and play, but if you have the patience for it, you can do it. Some characters that I had some big trouble with learning. Bugs Bunny. Bugs had so many different attacks, at least 3 specials, throwing an apple pie, putting a safe on the ground, and more. And it was just very much... I could not go from another character to Bugs. I had a hard time going to Bugs. Tom and Jerry, also very difficult. They work together. You don't want Jerry to be killed, because if that happens, you're weaker. So that was a very hard character to learn. Some of my favorite characters that I got really good at: Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, Finn, Batman, and Superman. Superman has some insane hit recognition and has an insane combo, and I think he definitely needs to be nerfed. Superman's just way too good. Once you unlock Superman, I don't see anybody changing, really. Now, each character has their own level progression up to level 15 in the closed alpha, so as you play more with them, you unlock more abilities, more perks, more toasts. You can toast people, which gives them kind of like XP or upgrades. One thing I didn't like about the leveling system are the perks. Once you add perks to your character, you're going to be doing more damage, maybe have another jump, depending on the perk you choose, and that's really going to help your character out. And I don't enjoy games that are like that. Essentially, that means that based on your perks, you're already going to be a better Arya than my Arya, or you're going to be a better Wonder Woman than my Wonder Woman. If I'm just starting out with a new character, I'm not going to have a lot of perks, and then that's where it just becomes an annoying feature rather than something that's cool. All characters shouldn't have the ability to add bonuses to them. We shouldn't be able to stack them. And then when you play 2v2, you can stack them alongside your partner. So it's even more power and more bonuses. I see what they were going for, but I prefer to not have that extra stuff because, again, you could just pay for it and get everything you want immediately and just be amazing at this game. Now, you can play the game 1v1 or 2v2, and that's where the 2v2 you really got to strategize on who you're choosing. I saw Velma as someone who I loved playing as when 2v2. Velma has some awesome ranged attacks that if your partner is kind of in the center of the fight, just spamming with Velma I thought was really cool. Velma on her own, not so much. I mean, she's a support character for a reason. I started gravitating toward the tank characters, and each character has their own kind of genre. Wonder Woman is a tank, Batman's a brawler, Superman's a brawler, Velma's a support. You'll find your own type of thing. Tom and Jerry's a mage, which I don't understand how that works. I'm very curious why Tom and Jerry's a mage. There's a battle pass system to this, so you can level up your battle pass and you can unlock more things. Everything in the closed alpha that you got through battle pass will not carry over. Nothing in the closed alpha will carry over, except for if you reach level 30 in the battle pass, you get a really cool banner and profile photo of Tasmanian Devil. Then you see the battle pass progression, what kind of season milestones, today's missions that you have to do quickly before time runs out. One thing I really like when you eliminate someone, you get this really cool banner and you can edit it. As soon as you upgrade more, unlock more, I was able to unlock the "That's all, folks." So every time I knocked someone off screen, it would show "That's all, folks," which I think is so cool and so funny. There's emotes you can do. You can unlock emotes. There was one seasonal milestone that I had to do 25 emotes in 25 games. There's also free-for-all, which you can do free-for-all. So it's a mess of people. I would probably not choose free-for-all at all. It's a lot, and it's based on how many people you knock. So my overall thoughts on Multiversus, it's a lot of fun. I had a good time with this, but there are some setbacks that they would need to fix before the game comes out or after. Some of them being the controls to it, the perk system, maybe you can turn that off if you get into a ranked mode. The overall just floatiness of the characters, there was a lot of floaty feeling to it, which made it really hard to do attacks in air. It's not as crisp and smooth as Super Smash Bros. Is. And when you're doing in-air combat, it kind of got a little hard. Also, a lot of server issues. I had some server issues where it would be a lot of lag and characters would just kind of zoom around screen and kind of cut in and out, which I hope, just because it's a closed alpha, maybe that's going to be easily fixed. Another thing that kind of gives it a drawback are the cooldowns. You have attack decay and cooldowns, which means every character you choose will kind of have some sort of limit to them. And whether in Super Smash Bros, you just find the character that you love the most and you can combo with the best, and they don't really have their limits. Whereas in Multiverses, each character will have that special cooldown and that attack decay. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to learn these characters because each character is so drastically different. The good thing about this game is it's free to play. People are going to play it for sure. It's probably going to have a huge player base in the first 5-6 months. The question is, could it sustain that? Will it be able to keep those players in, and will they not be blocked off by huge microtransactions and paywalls? Am I just going to be constantly fighting players that just put a bunch of money into their character and they have the best perks? How much fun is this going to be when I personally don't want to spend money? So we'll see what's going on, because it does seem it is a type of pay-to-win type thing with those perks, but we'll have to find out. Well, that was a look at the closed alpha for Multiverses. Let us know what you thought in the comments, or what character you want to start. It's free to play in July 2022, so might as well try it out to see what you think and give us your thoughts. Like, subscribe. I'm Josh Saleh. We'll see you next time. Peace.